Auctioneers talk fast. It's a true deal. In fact, they talk so fast, it's like two kids in a backyard that are playing a G.I. Joe game and pretending to pick up a stick and pretend it's a machine gun, making the sound. I'm really good at that. I've been award-winning at that, too. I am also been told that, or I've been asked, how do you talk so fast? What are you saying, and how are you saying it? And are you actually saying anything really at all besides just numbers? And before I tell you or teach you the art of auctioneering, I first must take you back into time. Time I'm going to take you is about Civil War time, pre-Civil War time, and I'm going to take you to Europe. Mostly like the British. The British auction in a so much more elegant, precise, articulate way. And it kind of goes like this. $5, would you give me $5? £5, £5, 50 pence. £5, how about 10 to the beautiful lady with the mustache? £5, £10, pence. Sold, thank you, sir, get your hands off her. And that's kind of how that goes. In the more standard way, the Civil War period, auctioneers are considered colonels, only because of that Civil War period. I don't think any auctioneer had the ability to go out and fight a war for us. And if they did, we love you. However, the Civil War period brought a more enthusiastic, more exciting, more valuable way of making money as an auctioneer. And they brought in a different chant, or a cadence. And it kind of goes like this. I'm but 5, 10, 10, but of a 10, now 15, 20, but 5, 5, but of a 25, now 30, 35. That's a little example. I'll do more for you later. Get on the edge of your seats. It's going to be a fun time. So, long story short, to bring you back to my journey as becoming an auctioneer and how I could teach you to be one today, I was born here in Bozeman, Montana. I went to a party with my dad, and I left with my mom in 1979, and became an auctioneer at about the age of 6. I have two of the most amazing parents in the world. My dad here is today, and my mom is watching live on the live stream. And thank you, Mom, I love you. My dad and mom are two amazing people that trained me to be an auctioneer. And as time went on, when I would turn 17 years old, they sent me to auction school, the Western College of Auctioneering in Billings, Montana. And I got to tell you, you talk about the military putting somebody, just building them down and then building them back up. That's what auction school is all about. You're going to think this is very, very elementary. But being an auctioneer, you have to practice. It takes a lot of time. It takes getting in your car after high school or after classes at school, and you get in that car and you're selling fence posts. You're selling your mom's china. I've even sold my own underwear just because I had nothing else to sell. I spent hours in a car doing that. So in the art of auctioneering and at the school, the first thing that they do is they put you in a ring. And it's about 25 people, anywhere from 16 years old to 80 years old. That's who was in my class. And that 80-year-old man was one of the best people in the world. Anyway, so you get in this ring, and there's an instructor in the middle of it. And they start teaching you tongue twisters. So I'm going to teach you one today. It's called Rubber Baby Buggy Bumper. We've probably all heard it. So you get in that circle, and there's 25 people saying the same thing, laughing, being humiliated, saying, rubber baby buggy bumper, rubber baby buggy bumper, rubber baby buggy bumper, rubber baby buggy bumper. Then they teach you some more, like the big black bug, but the big black bear, but the big black bear, bleed bright red bud about them rug. Tie me a ton of a stick, 2 T's, and tie them atop of 2 tall trees, round the rough, the regular rock, the regular rascal brand. And so it seems very elementary. However, it's actually hard. And I want you, after my speech, or now, you can do it, to try to say red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, yellow leather, red leather. I guarantee you, would you do it? It's very hard. So anyway, that teaches you the cadence. And then the next line, it's 10 hours of class, you guys, and it is awesome. And I got a lot of bench butt, too, sitting in that class. The next line that we do, or the next session in these rings, is a cadence with number scales. So they taught us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you've got 2.5, 5, 7.5, 10, 12.5, 15, 17.5, 20, 20, 17.5, 15, and onward down. And so we all do that, and hand-eye coordination with that older guy was horrible. His head was over here and his hand was over here. But I still love that guy. Then the next line, in which makes an auctioneer who an auctioneer is their filler word. I have many filler words: bid 'em at, who to bid, would you bid, could you bid. My most favorite one is my dog Bobby, a little miniature dachshund. He lived to be about 18 years old. I use his name in my chant. And it goes something like, I'm a 25, 5, but of a 25, Bobby now 25, and a 25, 5, but of a 25, Bobby 25. Anyway, I did that in honor of his death. I love that little bugger. So that's what stamps you as an auctioneer. So you put this all together, you graduate, and everybody's like, oh my gosh, you're an auctioneer. I guarantee you're not an auctioneer. It takes practice. It takes a lot of time. My first auction, I got pulled off the auction block for selling something so expensive for so cheap. My mom said, enough is enough. My dad said, get back up there. So in the line of auctioneering, I also have bid assistants. If I didn't have a bid assistant, I would not be able to catch all your bids, because you people are happy to spend money. So I have bid assistants that help me out. So I'll be looking over here, and I have a bid assistant that I can hear, and I get that bid. It's a puppeteer show. You're pulling strings. You're staying alive. You're keeping that enthusiasm going. The art of auctioneering is my passion. It has been my passion since I was a kid. My dad gave me a pamphlet that he got when he was younger to go into the Western Club of Auctioneering. I still have that pamphlet today, and I hold it dear to my heart. Because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be who I am today. Auctioneer is community. We're ambassadors. We are people that help the community out and do what we can to help a farmer, a rancher that is selling their farm. And I've cried with them. I've held their hand and walked them through the process. And it's enlightening. It's life-changing. Auctioneering is my most favorite thing in the world. But more so is my public, my community. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be here today. So, I'm so nervous my mouth is dry, but I'm going to try this out anyway. This is my stamp in my style of auctioneering. I'm 25, I'm now 25. And a 25, 5, I'm now 25, 5, 5, but of a 25, now 30, and a 35, 5, 5, but of a 35, and a 35, now 40, and a 45, 5, 5, but of a 45, but of a 45, sold out. Thank you.